everybody, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do a video on my luggage tags I got in Italy. I went on a vacation there about a few weeks ago. I went to Italy and Sicily and it was a wonderful experience. I walked more than I ever have in my entire life in those 2 weeks. It was fantastic. So of course I'm kind of a souvenir person, but I really wanted something that was personalized, sort of. So today I'm going to show you my luggage tags that I got while I was in Italy. If you can see, this shine's kind of getting in the way, but it is the Colosseum in Rome. And this one's in silver and this one's in gold. So it was a relatively easy process to get them stamped. I was kind of worried about that. I know luggage tags and hot stamps are kind of like a taboo subject almost. When you talk to people on Instagram about their hot stamps, they kind of don't want to tell you anything about it. They just want you to say, ooh, oh, that's so nice, but they don't want you to ask any questions about it. And it's kind of weird why they just won't say what store they got it from or whatever. But I'm kind of not like that. It doesn't matter. But and then I also got my luggage tags while I was in San Diego, while I was exchanging a bag for, I was exchanging my Ponthio for my Speedy 25. I just did a video on that a few days ago, so you can check that out as well, so you can, you know, see how my exchange experience was. It was, but the luggage tags, I was so ecstatic to have them because they are so hard to acquire now, because LV has kind of put a stop to selling these luggage tags. I'm not sure why, but I'm pretty sure it's due to resellers. You know, resellers buy these, they buy them plain and they resell them for, you know, over retail, which is something LV is not okay with. I'm pretty sure they're not okay with people selling their pre-owned goods, but at least they're selling it under retail, presumably. And, you know, they used it, they had fun, it's their bag, and now they're selling it for under retail. But I think LV's main issue with people selling luggage tags is that they buy them either plain or hot stamped. You know, they get them hot stamped from wherever, and they sell it over retail, and that's something they don't want. So I had no issues buying mine. I didn't know I was going to be able to get these. I just asked, and my SA came out with these two, the Vachetta and this black luggage tag. So very simple. They're about $65 each, if I remember correctly. It shouldn't be more than that. It should be like maybe 63 or 65. She also had the smaller ones, but I want the big ones to make sure that the Colosseum would fit on it. So I went to 2 different LV stores in Italy. The first one I went to, it was a huge department store with a ton of high-end designers. So Celine, Gucci, you name it, they were in there. So I asked, and the SA was nice, but she said I can't do it because we only have 2 staff here. And I understood what she was saying, but you know, I kind of traveled all this way and I'm walking and kind of expected them to go out their way to do something, but since I kind of felt like since I wasn't buying anything, they weren't gonna go out of their way or whatever. So she said come back in an hour when there was another staff here, and I said okay, but knowing I'm walking, I'm not gonna sit here for an hour, and we have landmarks to see, things to do, pictures to take. I wasn't waiting for an hour. So I kept walking. I went with my mother, and it was great to get to the Spanish Steps. That was the place that we wanted to get to. And it was wonderful, busy, but beautiful. And after I got to the Spanish Steps, I realized I did a whole Google Maps walking trail. So get to the Spanish Steps, and my next stop is LV. I was like, oh, okay. So I walked down the street, and I'm noticing all these brand names. And this is like their high-end street right down from the Spanish Steps. So you're gonna have all your high-end brands there. So LV was right in the middle. I go in, and it is a 2-story LV. The bottom floor is kind of small, but the top half is just amazing. They have a huge men's department. They had things in stock. I couldn't believe it. They had everything in stock in almost every color, and I'm sure they had more in the back. So I was just amazed, and they had plenty of staff. So I walked in and I said, "Hi, I have these luggage tags and I'd like to get them hot stamped with the Colosseum." No problem. It took about 15-20 minutes. I stayed on the bottom floor because that's where they went in the back to do my luggage tags. So I waited down there. There wasn't that much seating room. I mean, that's kind of when you're walking all day, you kind of want, a seat to sit in. But the only seats that they had was right in front of the counter, and I kind of didn't want to take up space when I wasn't really buying anything. So I stood, and it was fine. Nothing really to complain about, but for someone who really needs a big seating area, the first floor doesn't have it, but the top floor does. And that's where most of the merchandise is anyways. So she came back out, brought me my luggage tags, and they are really beautiful. The black came out flawless. I think it's mainly because of the treated leather, and because it just has a matte, smooth surface, not natural veins like vachetta leather. It just came out perfect. So with the gold one, it does have a few lines and creases, which doesn't really bother me, but for anybody out there who's really strict about sort of things that needs to have perfection, gold foil might not be the foil you want to choose, or you might not want to get vachetta stamped in. I feel like it's a combination of both because vachetta has this natural veins, this natural leather, and then I've heard people say that gold foil is kind of subpar compared to other foils, but I know gold is most popular, so I feel like there would be more discussion if it was really, really bad, but it depends on who stamps it and all that. So just as a reference, this came out wrinkled. I mean, there's no foil fading or, chipping off, but just letting you know that there might be some wrinkles in this compared to this treated leather that came out just perfect. So overall, my experience was great. I had no problems buying in San Diego for my luggage tags. They don't keep luggage tags specifically in stock. So if you watch my video and you want to go there to buy them, don't expect them to have the same stock. It could be things different. They could have none. They could have a ton. I'm not sure. And as far as Italy goes, I think all 3 boutiques in Rome have these stamps. But to be sure, I would just go to the one that's not even a quarter of a mile from the Spanish Steps. So overall, great experience. No problems with my hot stamps. And they treated me fairly. They didn't treat me any different. I'm a foreigner. I know a lot of people worry about being treated because of their skin color, what they talk like, where they're from, and I had no feeling that I was out of place. I didn't feel like they treated me any different. They treated me just like everybody else who walked in. So that was another good experience for me because, it's hard out there, and when you go in to buy something nice, you just want to be treated nicely, and sometimes that doesn't happen. But in Italy and in San Diego, I've been treated great. So for those of you who worry about that sort of thing, there you have it. So that's it from me. If you have any questions about the luggage tags, about Rome, about my trip, or anything, I'm an open book. Just ask me. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.